¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? How's my peoples doing? Good to see you. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Beverly, Veronica, Pisces, Ness. Love seeing you. Water Lily, Michelle, Martha, Pisces. This is where it's happening. You know what I'm saying? First of all, may I please get something off my chest? I just want you to know that I don't care if Lauren Boebert changes states. She's not going to win. Okay. I don't, just take that off the top of your mind. I don't want you to go nowhere with it. Somebody said she's changing where. Hi, Ing. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. Lauren Boebert is not going to win. Okay. So let's get that down. She's a loser. I saw it as clear as day. Lauren Boebert is not going to win. Miss Mellon, you know what? Oh, the Appalachian Mountains, Darren. That sounds wonderful. I'm not seeing right now, Andrea, but I do see an earthquake in California. Might be middle, like I've been telling you guys, the middle of the road. Oh, thank you. This whole thing. I just found this. I just picked this out of my closet. I didn't even know it was there. So, Deb is right. She says we don't care what district she loses in, as long as she loses. A little tidbit of good news, everybody. The judge has denied Trump's request to not do the charges he has in New York. I just went blank on her name. Sorry about that. I was just thinking of her. So glad. Jean Carroll's trial. An appeals court has just denied Donald Trump's request to delay the E. Jean Carroll trial until the Supreme Court rules on presidential immunity, meaning the trial will still start January of 2024. And listen, he don't get no damn immunity. I'm going to tell you right now. Let's see if the Supreme Court is going to give that sucker immunity. You know what I'm saying? He's got a real bad year coming up. I will be so glad when 2024 hits. I'm thinking about coming on here New Year's Eve and we all be chit-chatting. Too bad I don't drink because I'd get drunk with you. But you can get your cocktails, get your little snacks. I don't care what I look like, and we'll just kind of do our prayers and focus in on 24 for a relief, for a new beginning. It's not going to be right off in the beginning of the year. It's going to be more towards the springtime. So, stinky pants. You mean stinky pants? Now, listen, I got to tell you something, because you know the guys don't like us making fun. You know, and I never do that. Anyway, but when I kind of asked them in a very logical manner, is that true? Does he actually smell? And they said yes. But that's because he has a diaper. He really does wear a diaper. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Okay, so let's do this. He's really upset. And I saw Don Jr. saying, I just can't believe how cruel people are. And they're going to call him stinky. It's like, you know what? How about you, sucker? You and your family talk trash about everybody. Yeah, Tupperville's in big trouble. Hi, Bob. Tupperville is in big trouble. Hold on. Let's check it out, you guys. But I just want to know, E. Jean Carroll. Oh, he's furious. He's going to blow a gasket. He's not going to get immunity either, but they're using that towards him. To, like, you know, yeah, whatever. We'll see. Oh, I love it. Oh, my God, you guys. Look at, there's Biden owning it. Biden is owning it, but that he's got nothing to do with E. Jean Carroll. But, yeah, he's going to be picking up the swords. He's going to be so panicked this next year, 24. Now, sometimes I'm not able to get dead on specifics, but I will tell you between him and Putin, boom. And I see Putin running. Remember, I told you I saw him running. Remember when I was so upset about the Ukraine? And I was so upset, and I was telling my guides, how could this happen? And they said, this is the beginning of the end of Putin. Because as it was, he killed that guy that a lot of people loved. And remember, I told you that people from the inside of Russia were already planning it out. Some people were even making nice to him, like they want to be his friend. They're all planning his assassination. But let me tell you something. It's not going to be as easy as we hope. I see some chaos when he goes. A lot of people will be glad he's gone. But I do see some weird energies before it finally settles down. And I really think Navalny will get out of jail. I really do. I'm almost feeling like they'll say, yeah, you need to go. So listen, I'm going to tell you guys something. Please just listen, okay? Do you remember way back when I read on him, those of you who've stuck with me through all these years, what are we at, 7 years? I told you that I felt, number one, I knew he was going to win in 2020. I saw that. And I knew he was sitting like this in a chair and he's telling them, make me go. And they said, yeah, we'll do it in public and people are going to point and laugh at you. He doesn't like to be made a fool out of. And then he was telling his crowd, I left with total honor. No, you didn't. You showed your butt. They went in, the military and the FBI and everybody went in and told him, sir, that's why he's so mad at them. Sir, if you don't leave, we're going to have to remove you physically. I saw that. And that's exactly what happened. Then don't forget, I saw rats jumping the ship. There's something coming up by the middle of this year that is so awful with Trump. And it represents the whole Republican Party that I see Armageddon for him. I see a lot of people saying, yeah, I don't know him. I see people saying, forget about it. We don't know him. I see people jumping the ship. I see Jim Jordan in huge trouble. I see Matt Gaetz in huge trouble. Marjorie Taylor Greene. So Lauren Boebert is going to try to take a Republican's place. He was the one that said that he was against Trump showing his rear like that. He didn't like the nonsense. So she's trying to take his place. But because she's in it, I see more people coming out voting for the Democrat, even though that's probably not a Democratic place. I see either it's a real good Republican like he was, if there's one running, that won't show the rear, or it's going to be a Democrat, but it's not Lauren Boebert. Miss Mellons. Did you notice how her boobies didn't move at all? They were just stiff, you know. She'll never drown, that's for sure. Oops. Sorry, did I say that? Oh, wait, somebody just said something about Putin. Hold on. Hold the bus. Hi, Nicole. My baby girl's here. She know her mama cray. Claire, what did Claire say? Putin's top general in charge of Russia's Saturn II nuclear has suddenly been arrested for fraud. Oh, yeah. And let me tell you, did you see another one of Putin's cohorts fell out a window again? They said he had a heart attack. They're so stupid. Let me tell you, there's nothing that Putin's doing that Trump doesn't wish he could do. If he could do it and get away with it, he doesn't want to get his hands dirty. If he could get someone else to do it. Because if he could have manipulated the military back when he was sitting in office, he would have made it. Oh, is that Danny here? Hi, Danny. Hi, Ron. Thank you, Wiki. Oh, okay. Hold on. We got somebody here that knows about Ken Buck. No, it's a very red district. Okay, so, but I don't see Lauren Boebert winning, Joni. I could be wrong, but it could be. When I said maybe a Democrat, I was feeling like a moderate Republican, like not a Democrat, but not somebody that's going to say, yeah, let's impeach Biden. That's what I'm getting. Okay. Oh, I heard he has bad breath. Oh, yuck. Melania has to get paid a lot of money to put up with that stuff. So, let's see what Ann says. You think that stealing top secret docs and handing them out for a price would be Armageddon? I know. Yet he sits there and acts like king for a day and poops in his diaper and thinks his what you call don't stink. And we're all supposed to take care. We're just supposed to just live with it. This man is not well, and he did give away top secrets. It's known. They can't tell us what he did because of the intel, but they do know that a lot of their intel staff was murdered out on the fields because he gave them away. Him and what's his name that likes to wear his wife's undies? Jared. I saw him sitting in his wife's undies. I swear to God, sitting on a chair, legs crossed with his wife's undies by himself, but kind of a little secret thing he's got. Yeah, Foxy Roxy. The whole, and I've told you guys this from the beginning. Please forgive me for saying I told you. But remember I said the Republicans will go back to the drawing board and have to figure it all out again. Because we can have, this is between us, okay? With my 2,627 in the room, we can have kind of an attitude. We can have the progressive, the Fetterman just stepped out of the progressives because he was getting tired of being told what he could say and not say. And he said, no, I want to do what I want to do. But he does seem like somebody that you can't tell him what to do. But we can have a little bit overkill on some stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? We've all got to work together. I do think they love President Biden, though. I think they know he's trying. And listen, they're less and less mad about him with Israel because he's telling Netanyahu, dude, you're going to have to knock this off. And then now Israel's come out that they've made some mistakes. That absolute terror that Hamas did, absolutely unspeakable. If any of you guys have the New York Times, they just came out with an article about what happened to the women. Absolutely horrible, like demon stuff. But burning women's faces, for Christ's sakes. So justice, they took this ahead of time and they kept beating down the Palestinians. I mean, I don't know what this is about, but that's what they were telling me, my guides. Like they were being forced to do this, forced to do that. But the Palestinians have always hated the Israelites, and they don't want them around either. So anyway, but peace, not for a couple of years, you guys. But I do see Biden saying, you know what, dude, we can't help you out because you're just going overboard. But I see him helping Ukraine out, and I see Zelensky. Listen, when Zelensky wins for Ukraine, you know how they're talking peace and letting them keep a little bit of the land. I don't see Zelensky saying yes on that. And they're just about ready to give him billions of dollars of stuff that was already in the budget for them. And Biden is looking into laundry money that Russia's using. Trust me, he'll turn around and give it to Ukraine. Oh, it's going to piss Putin off. But I see a mass amount of people coming in and taking over. Now, I don't know if these guys are cool. I'm not feeling it. But I feel this is the beginning of Russia turning into a different nation. So that was funny because remember I saw Putin running, and I said, "Ooh, they're going to assassinate him." And then I looked at a thing. Of Baba. What was the lady that's eyes got lost in a tornado? And I think Putin came to see her or something. And she saw Putin rise. She saw his assassination too. I didn't know that. So, hello. Yeah, Bobert's not getting back in. Oh, yeah, that's so true. Nursing homes shouldn't stink, but I've been in a lot of nursing homes, including my mother, who was in a nursing home, and they can't always get to everybody. Hey, Kevin. But you can't help it. Sometimes you're just going to, what? Trump is off the ballot in Maine? What happened? Hold on. Hold the bus. Maine has become the second state that said Donald J. Trump did not qualify for the ballot. I'm almost feeling this will go to the Supreme Court, you guys. Let me tell you about the ballot. We can fight and carry on. I'm almost seeing the Supreme Court. I wish I didn't see this. I don't see them giving him immunity, but I see them saying, nah, you guys can't tell him he can't run. But here's the deal. I don't know if he's going to run. I don't know. He's in so much trouble coming up. I don't know. Sorry about the Kerry Lake. I got the Kerry Lake fuzzies. So don't worry about the details of what state takes him off. That's not what we need to focus on. What we need to focus on is that this evil entity has to be gone. Get out your holy water. You know what I'm saying? I wonder what would happen to him if somebody hit him up with holy water. So I just feel like it's going to be so bad for Trump. I don't even know. I know he's not going to be president again. I know that. And I don't know if you heard the latest news. They were talking, I barely had MSNBC on. And of course, right in the middle of it, they were saying, some guy was saying, hey, these polls, they do 1,000 people. That's not a good. And they were saying, you guys are going to be surprised Biden is going to do much better than what people are saying. And some lady on there said, I'll tell you something, what I think of polls. In 2015, when I talked to the New York Times, and they told me 90% correct that Hillary Clinton would get in, and she didn't. But there was cheating with Hillary Clinton. She won the popular vote, and Hillary Clinton didn't get in because Russia's hands were in on it. China's hands were in on it. But this is really going to upset Putin too, because Trump's going down. Trump is going down, you guys. But you know what? We'll talk about it this spring. We'll all be picking flowers and wearing our deities. Okay, so. Okay, everybody's talking amongst themselves. Okay. Everybody's saying hi to Ron. Hey, Vincent. I see Mexico helping with the migrants that are coming in. Did you hear that the governor is blocked off any buses coming in? It's really not fair to make everybody stay in Texas and all the border communities. They're going to have to disperse out. But I do see a good portion of these. Mexico says they're going to help and they don't. I'm sorry. These are my people. My great grandfather was born in Juarez. Torralba was his last name. Although my grandfather, Moises, he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He was from San Angelo, Texas, but when it still belonged to Mexico. And he was raised with a good family. And this man from France came and married a beautiful Mexican woman and fought the Americans during the Mexican-American War. And they married and had children. One of them was my grandfather. And but he was a drunk. And they said, he was 35 and said, go get yourself a life. So he went off and married my grandmother, who was a Comanche Indian. Okay. Okay, Debbie says they can't handle. Yeah, that we got a lot of homeless here in California, and we're a big state. You'll find them everywhere. But we've got to come up with some sort of idea, not only to help the American homeless, but these people coming in, they've got to come. This is what I saw. I saw barcodes, like they give people barcodes. They give them job, they give them ability. And then those who didn't qualify to stay or didn't have family in this country, they move back out. Although it's really sad because some of these countries, they're not going to save the countries that are terrorist nations. But I see that there's some people they will remove and have to make them go back. Hardworking people. You know, you're homeless. Like if you offer a job to a homeless, if I go down the street and offer a job, they don't want to do it. They don't even want my half a sandwich. They want the money. But you get Hispanic families or from Colombia or wherever, they'll work. They're happy to work, whatever we can do to make money so we can survive. Thank you, Ron. Happy New Year, sweetheart. Oh, hey, Sharon. I was trying to get Ron. There we go. There's Ron. Everybody stay safe. No drinking and driving, okay? He wants to cheat, but he's not going to be able to. It's going to be terrible, you guys. It's going to be awful. Let me just do a quick look. Finland has no homeless, but do they allow immigrants? That's my question. Hi, Tracy from Malibu. How you doing, girlfriend? That's a great idea. Somebody's going to come up. Oops, look, I keep hitting the wrong people. Doggone it. Hi, Dan. Laura had a good point, too. Build their own settlement. Yeah, there is plenty of land. You ever drive in Oklahoma? It's nothing but land. Okay. Yeah. And Ellen, President Trump and Vice President Kamala went and presented a bill to help with the homeless situation right after he was sworn in. And it was poo-pooed. They didn't want to hear about it. They will work against them. We're not going to get anything done until we go into the new season. They might even smell what's coming up, like, oops, we're not going to win again. We're going to lose everything. Maybe we should start working with Biden so we can get some people to vote for us. But let me look at, tell me about Trump. 3,447 in the room. Hi, everyone. Thanks for coming. My name is Linda G., a Comanche psycho. Thank you all. This is where it's happening. This is where the party is. You know what I'm saying? Okay, here we go. Ooh, wishes come true. Okay, so you guys don't worry. We're going to have like a happy, the judgment is coming, you guys. And I got to talk to Andre again. This is a lot of the stuff that Andre was saying with the Neptune and the Pluto and the Uranus and all that stuff. There's just a bunch of planetary changes that I don't understand, but it made sense when he told me this a year, 2 years ago, as long as I've known him, that in 2024, come spring, we're going to start being able to breathe again. And this is good fortune and success. The light is on this. So what happens to Trump is he can't seem to get out of the muddy waters. He's sitting there. He's playing all his decks. He's playing everything. He can't seem. He should have, well, it's saying that he'll have regret and remorse. He's going to get hit hard in that New York one. Oh, and Jack Smith. Jack Smith is going to do fantastic. So what are we looking at? Is the Supreme, who's holding immunity right now? Is it the Supreme Court, you guys? I just got done saying, Rossi, that she will not win. Good to see you, Cherry. I think Putin will be gone before the election happens. Now, yeah, but I see Navalny hanging in there, you guys. God forbid if he lets him die. Maybe that's why they take him down. Yeah, Sydney says the GOP never worked for immigrant issues. But that's why we need a big flux of Dems or independents in there so we can get things going. But I see barcodes, and I see them like scanning barcodes, like you've got some sort of card in it, and they can always keep track of you. And then, you know, you get work programs and stuff like that. Oh, is there commercials on this? Sorry about that. Hi, Jana. Thank you, Joanne. Australia. Oh, no, a woman's trying to run against Putin. I don't think Putin's going to survive. Giuliani's going down. I know, I saw that Maine blocked Trump. So what are we doing? Are we looking, who's doing immunity? Is it the Supreme Court? Is it the Supreme Court, you guys? Oh, it's the Fifth Circuit? Because you know he'll take it to the Supreme Court. He'll still lose. Will Trump win immunity? Yes or no? I don't see how he can because his cards are so awful. And it doesn't matter who takes him off the list because he's not going to make it. God is watching this. Justice will be done. Sorry about that. Forgot to turn my phone. Ooh, I don't think he's going to do good. The Seven of Swords and the Eight of Swords. Nicole, can you text Jake and tell him that Mom's doing a live right now? If you're still here, sweetie. The Seven of Swords. So it's nothing but bad news behind bad news. He can't even clean up the mess that's happening so fast. And he's not feeling well. He's stuck. He's scared to death. And then he's got the Ten of Swords. Like he created this. This is getting ready to come down. This is big. Thank you, Grandma. I know. Sorry, that was my cell phone going off. DC Circuit is going to rule. Okay. Yeah, well, MTG is a nothing burger. Her big mouth's about ready to be shut. Oh, sorry, Lisa. Everybody said your phone scared me. Wouldn't that be funny if we say, oh, I don't know. He keeps calling me. Hold on one second, you guys. Let me just text him and make sure it's not an emergency. It might be. Sorry, you guys, just one station break. So I've been on almost 30 minutes. Thank you, Carlos. Oh, you told him? Is he okay? Is it because he tried calling again right after. January 9th is, thank you, Karen. January 9th. I just see that he's not going to get immunity. I see that. I see the Supreme Court. It's not even going to give him immunity. Because he'll go to the Supreme Court. You know that, don't you? But that it'll be status quo. They'll say, yeah, do what you need to do, but we're going ahead. Just like with the E. Jean Carroll case. Oh. Mitz is saying in Australia, homelessness is a big deal too. And not so much because of drugs and mental health, but many factors, including high rent and marriage breakdowns. Oh, wow. Karen says, I'm in Chicago and so many immigrants have been set here on the buses. They have been sleeping on the sidewalks in front of police stations. And you know what? These people, they're willing to work. Like I said, you can give an American homeless person an opportunity. So a lot of them some will take it, but some of them, with the drugs and mental problems, they need to be in a facility. But hardworking people that don't have those issues would love just a space with a roof over their head and the ability to make some money. Thank you, Shar. Oh no. Yeah, Lisa, it's sad. And Connie just said it's freezing in Chicago right now. I see MTG in trouble. I just want you guys to know trouble's come. Boy, are we going to be talking come the middle of this next year. Things are going to be happening. I just heard from Nicole. He says he's okay. Popcorn time. Exactly. High rent is a big factor. Yeah, the guy that's in jail right now killed those 4 students. The guy that's in jail right now is the guilty one. What? Chinese and middle class that are coming in? Chinese middle class. I wonder what that's about. I haven't heard of that. I'll Google that and check it out. What did this say? Hold on. That's interesting. I didn't know. Epstein list drops January 1st. I see people with money stopping their names being spoken out loud. I see people with money get in the middle of this. There feels like a shock and awe maybe with 2 people, but I see a lot of this stuff is being held back, or there's some sort of cases holding it up. Eventually all this will come out, but I could be wrong. Oh yeah, these churches, Darren, that guy that owns a real expensive car. And remember when we had the hurricane and he didn't open his church to the people who were stuck out on the street in the floods? But no, they're not gonna help anybody. What would Jesus do? And we act like we own this land. Hello. Well, the original peoples, my peoples that came here, they never said they owned the land. They used the land and respected the land. Oh, look at what my son's girlfriend gave me. This is Jack with the ball in his mouth. And this is Lulu. I had a portable doggy place that gave them baths, and boy, they were upset. They hate that. And Lulu was especially overwhelmed and really breathing hard. I'm a little worried about that. I don't know. I mean, he wasn't making her do anything, so I don't know what that was about. Okay, so 3,877 in the room. That's him, the fake prophet. Exactly, Corrine. The fake prophet. Okay. Yeah, they've been talking a lot about this, Ang, and I see them working with Mexico right now, trying to come up with something where a good portion of them they'll figure out can stay near Mexico or around Mexico. That's wonderful. But how many people are they dealing with? Oh, you can immigrate to Finland, but you're not getting the groups that are coming to the United States to Finland. Trust me, nobody can afford to fly out there or caravan out there. But that's really good that they're doing that. I think Finland, remember when Michael Moore did that show about prisons and how good they feed them in schools and how their way of handling people was so different? Yes, that's so true, Audrey. So, okay. Oh, thanks, Teresa. Yeah, Maine just said no, sucker. Now, MSNBC has something to talk about for the next 3 weeks. Okay. I know. I think it's January 19th or something. Yeah, I like Michael Moore. That's interesting, Paisley. Let me try to check in. I see some. I know that the FBI is working as hard as they can to stop. Like if we knew, now you know when Colorado said Trump couldn't be on the ballot, their lives were threatened left and right. And come to find out, probably 90% of the threats came from a foreign country. It didn't come from the United States. So I don't know about inside. They listen for the chatter. They listen for the chatter. I'm almost feeling like some sort of utility, messing with some sort of utility or trying to mess with a utility. I see not physically showing up there with bombs or anything, but I see them trying to break us down, maybe even creating some banking issues, which they might have already done. So they're in the background trying their best to mess us up. And we got people, I see people typing away, working just as fast as they're working, as best as they can to block them off. You know what? This is weird. Do you guys remember that Bruce Willis movie? He used to do those movies. He did the one where he was in the tower. Bruce, what was Bruce Willis's movie? He did Die Hard. Die Hard 4. Remember when they went in and computer-wise messed us up? That's the kind of look, but they're not going to get that big, but that's what they're looking at. Utility. They're looking at messing us up that way, affecting our transportation, stuff like that. There probably will be a couple of hits. I don't want you guys to freak out because it's something about Americans. They really just, when stuff happens, we get together, unless it's something like COVID, which was very hard to work with everybody because people were dying. I'm not seeing people dying. I'm seeing very inconvenient. Okay. Die Hard. Exactly, Maxine. Poor Bruce Willis. He's not doing too well. That's a shame. Oh, Nikki Haley. Yeah, I saw her on that. She ain't going to win nothing. Hi, Freebird. Nikki Haley got nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you what happens, whether Trump runs or not. If he's not running, he's going to tell people not to go vote. His people, at least. The Republican Party is really messed up. And there's a coming together of well-educated, more people saying, you know what, we need to work together as a nation. This will happen. I predicted this 6 years ago, that the Republican Party, these right-wing fascists, these evangelicals, they're all going. You saw what happened to Moms for Liberty? That's the same thing. And there's something coming out on Johnson that's going to be a shocker too. Oh, we don't want to wish bad. There's something with him that's not right. I don't know if it's, pictures, nude pictures or anything. I'm feeling like it might have something to do with money. Yeah, she's a flip-flop. Trump is furious because she's getting money from the bigwigs. They can't get her in. She couldn't say slavery. Exactly. She could not say slavery. Oh, Tim just said, Mike Johnson, did they find his boyfriend? Well, yeah, things would be different if our sweet Ruth was here. Sweet Ruth Ginsburg. And by the way, she knows all this was supposed to happen. And in a way, because of her being gone, it fractured the Supreme Court, because all this stuff that's coming out now, it's going to bring them down. Oh, you know who else is going next year? Clarence Thomas. So yeah, she's a flip-flop. And let me tell you something else. I do not see Robert Kennedy hurting Biden at all. Let me tell you why. Because Robert Kennedy is more of a Republican than he is a Democrat. So if he takes votes away from anybody, it'll be Republicans or Trump or something. He's not going to hurt Biden because he's so far out there. He's a whack job. Oh, maybe that's even it. Sydney said she read that he was giving all the legal help. So I see something coming up where we're going to hear, okay, we're going to get Trump in and he's indicted and he's going to be found guilty of doing it. This is Jack Smith. Jack Smith already has his plan out. And as soon as he's in there and they're getting, because he wanted this done first. He didn't want to bring in the riffraff. And then he's going to hit Marjorie Taylor Greene, Jim Jordan. He's going to hit Tuberville. He's going to hit Johnson. He's going to bring all of them in. So it's going to be a beautiful thing. I cannot begin to tell you. I'm so happy. Well, thank you guys for coming. We've been on 42 minutes. I got to cook dinner for my son. So I love you all. And thank you so much for watching. And I'll come back on. Maybe we can get together New Year's Eve if you're around. Hi, Debbie. Is there someone at my door? I'm coming. All right, you guys. I love you all. Thank you to everyone that helped. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Ing. Thank you, Ron, Dan. Thanks, everyone. Thank you, Bad Hair Day. I love that name, Bad Hair Day. Salami and friends, Jane, Craig, Becca, Paisley. You guys rock. Rose. I'll catch you on the other side. Cheers. And Ness, I don't know if Ness was here. Christy. Cheers, you guys. Dakota, Darren, Judy. You guys just keep coming. Connie. Okay, I love you all. Cheers.